Hi, me again. You're probably gonna get tired of me actually in the next couple days because I found that I actually enjoy video logging even though I don't like listening to my own voice. Amazing. Um, kind of just wanted to let you guys know why I'm doing so many video logs. I kind of put on my page why, but I'm trying to catch up on some back issues. Not like physical back issues, but like history back issues, I guess you could call it. For my own personal records, more than anything. Um, for me, one reason why I do blogging in the first place and starting to do video logging is for a history for myself of life in general. So a lot of it will have TTC stuff, but that'll be the more recent, like, timeline period videos. And then I'm going to start doing more into my health problems, my military stuff that I did, and life in general, really, because I kind of want it to be more than just trying to conceive stuff. I want kind of a broader picture of life in general, and that's why my page is Jamie Ann's TTC and life. I was going to explain a little bit, because in one of my earlier videos I mentioned that my eye has been giving me problems. And I guess I'll take off my glasses, and you can kind of see it's not really visible a lot, but how this eye, I actually have some bruising around it, and how up here is more red than anything. I don't wear makeup, and I mean this eye looks similar to it, but I don't usually, have problems blinking as much, and I've noticed that with some of my video logs today, I've been blinking a ton. The story behind the eye is we went over to our soon-to-be new house to have dinner with Debbie, who is Brett's dad's girlfriend. And she had to cut up an onion, but I told Brett that I noticed my eye was starting to twitch and stuff right before she started with the onion. They just brought it out of the bag and put it on the counter. And when she started cutting it, she noticed that it was really, really strong. And she's like, oh my gosh, I never have this problem. And I knew it was strong because I was sitting like 3-4 feet away from her at the other side of the table. And I was getting this my eyes were watering, and I'm like, okay, I've never had that happen except for when my mom got a really strong one when I was younger. But then I just noticed I was tearing up in my eyes, and I thought it was the onion, but then after everything was said and done that night, I got thinking about it, and I'm like, it wasn't just the onion, because my eye was starting to twitch and hurt a little bit beforehand. But I dealt with my eye just being the way it was, ate dinner, went to the bathroom, washed my hands off. We had a burrito of sorts. It's called a Frito pie, is what they call it. Not what I know of Frito pie as, because my family's Frito pie is different, but it's more like a burrito, but they call it Frito pie. But I washed my hands with soap and water, rinsed them completely off, so that I knew that I didn't have any chemicals or anything from the sauces on my hands. And then I took some water and cupped it in my hands and brought it up to my eyes and tried rinsing it out. And then I tried a trick that I had a school nurse teach one of my friends in middle school, because she got something in her eye, and you actually pull out the upper lid by grabbing around your eyelashes, basically, so you can pull out that upper lid. You pull it down over the bottom lid, and then the eyelashes on your bottom lid will actually pull stuff out. So I tried that several times, did not work. And then on occasion I'll actually sit there and I'll kind of grab my eyelashes and kind of pull them, because it's just like when you brush your hair, you get dead hair in your brush. I do the same thing with my eyelashes, is I pull a light pull, and it'll bring eyelashes off that are dead. And usually I only get like 2, maybe 3, 4, or 5. But I did that last night, and because I thought, well, maybe I have an eyelash in my eye, because it's kind of the similar thing of what happens when I get eyelashes in my eye. So I started doing that, and every time I'd pull eyelashes off, I'd get 4 or 5, and I'm like, okay, that's like my normal for like pulling along the whole eyelash, and here I pull about 5 times, and I get so many eyelashes off, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm gonna not have eyelashes here in a minute. But got done with that. Didn't help. I did the whole pull the eyelid over the eye, bottom one again, and it didn't help. And then I got up close in the mirror, and I was looking at my eye, and right here in the top at the crease where you're supposed to put some makeup, right about here, I had like a white spot, almost like looked like something was underneath the eyelid. And I tried pulling it open and looking in the mirror to see if I could see if anything was up in there. I didn't see anything. I took my finger and got it wet and did the whole, like, if you replace contacts. I've never worn contacts, but I watch people do them, and you put the contact on your eye or whatever. But I took my finger with it wet and rubbed along the top of my eye underneath my eyelid. I tried that, didn't work, nothing. And that eye just kept hurting and hurting and hurting, and still today it still hurts. So I think what I did is at some point yesterday I might have hit it on something, because it's swollen. Sorry, dang glasses. I'm not used to glasses really, because it's only more recent that I've had to wear glasses. But it's swollen quite a bit on the eyelid, right where it was hurting at. And sorry, it's itching again today. But today it's itching, but it doesn't have like the pain. And then this one is starting to hurt a little bit. So I don't know if maybe my glasses are wrong, but I just got new glasses in August, I believe. It was July or August when I went back in, because in July of 2010 I got an eye appointment because I was worried about my eyes, because I'd be driving down the road and I could see the signs, and I'd be so far away from the signs and I couldn't read what they said. And it wasn't until I was almost on to the signs, right up to the signs, that I could read it. And so I was worried about my eyes, because I'm just like my mom, and she started having problems with her eyes around 22, 23. And so I figured, well, here I am, 23 years old, might as well go get them checked. So I went in there, got them checked, and they weren't terrible, but they were enough to cause problems. So I went in and had my eyes checked, got new glasses, and then quit wearing them after a while, because I hate wearing glasses. These ones aren't as bad because they're not metal framed. They're plastic frames, which doesn't give as much pressure, because my problem with my metal framed ones is the glasses sat right on the nose. And my ex, one night, when I went to go to bed, had a dream about robbers being in our house. Go figure. And he knocked out with his arm and hit me across the bridge of my nose with that bone that runs right here in your arm. So I ended up with a broken nose. And it hurt. And so any major pressure right there gives me migraines. And so I kind of gone to the plastic ones with this latest one, but I had to go in and get a recheck-up for my eyes, and they did. They found out that my eyes were a little worse than when they first checked them. So they figured that my eyes are slowly going to get worse as far as sight goes. So go figure. I'm going to be just like my mom. I am afraid, because we have a lot in common. So we're going to go from there and see what happens with my eyes. But I have an appointment coming up. I think in February is when we made it. And I will talk to her about any problems I have with my eyes then. Even though she's not an optometrist, she's actually just my regular doctor. But I do have an appointment this week with the OB for the first time in 3 months. But I'll go into that a little later this week. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.